Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mika and here on my channel I do fragrance reviews. If you are a new viewer, thank you so much for dropping by and please don't forget that subscribe button. Guys, I hope you had a happy holiday season. In 2025, I hope that all your wishes come true. So today I'd like to share with you some great fragrance that I've added to my collection in the year of 2024. I picked my top 20. I do want to say that all of these were blind buys, and to be honest with you, pretty much my whole collection is nothing but blind buys. And the reason why is because when I go into boutiques and go into the mall just to get a sniff, the experience that I have when I walk away from a fragrance counter is too much for me. It raises my anxiety. I don't feel like I can just browse and sniff perfumes casually. Feel that all eyes are on me. I'm constantly being bombarded with questions and being asked to smell different types of fragrances. And by the time that I leave, it is just so much and overwhelming. And it just gives me so much anxiety. So for that reason, I do a lot of blind buys. I don't think that it is recommended. It's just something that works for me. And I take that risk. The year of 2024, I really can say that all of my blind buys have been a love. I have about 3 or 4 fails. If we have some time, I'll share that with you in this video. Pretty much all of the fragrances that I did buy in the year of 2024 were loves. They were able to just be added into my collection. First, I want to start with my fragrance of the day, and it is a beauty that has been discontinued. I love wearing this because I am a fangirl of all things iris, and this is Lipstick On by Maison Margiela. This here is a fragrance that has just darkened over the years, and it is discontinued, and I love the iris in here. It's long lasting on my skin, and it's just so pretty to me. Lipstick On by Maison Margiela. So without further ado, let's jump in. So this first fragrance I wanted in my collection for a while. However, they do not sell this in the US. I did have to get this abroad. And this is Brompton Immortals by Nihilo. This is a beautiful saffron dominant fragrance and I love this. The only thing is I feel that I have to be really dressed up like I'm going somewhere out on the town to match this fragrance. And I know that I can wear it with anything, but this fragrance just gives me that formal vibe and I love it. It has that Madagascar vanilla. I can smell the olibanum as well as the white musk, and I am a lover of white musk. And this fragrance to me, I think, was just chef's kiss to me. Brompton Immortals by Nihilo. This next one was a love at first sniff, and it was my first full bottle of Diptyque. And this is Papier. And this here is just a cozy, intimate fragrance. It is so inoffensive. It is great for all times of the season. It's just nice and clean. It smells like paper with some slight florals in the background. And I just love wearing this when I'm lounging. And it also goes well with any type of casual outfit. This is just a great, no fuss, inoffensive, no-brainer type of fragrance to pull for. Again, this is Le Papier by Diptyque. If you follow me and you watch my channel, you know that I love orange blossom. It's one of my favorite flowers. And when I got my nose on this particular fragrance, it was love at first sniff. And that is Solar Blossom by Mizensir. This was created by Alberto Morales, one of my favorite perfumers. And I think he nailed it with this one. You can smell the orange blossom, the jasmine, as well as the vanilla. It is so long lasting on my skin, and it's just gorgeous for a great spring or summer day. It has hints of sweetness, but it's not too sweet. This is a beautiful fragrance. It gives me remnants of Centra, but not too much, just to give you an idea, but it's way better. Again, this here is Solar Blossom by Mizensir. One fragrance I was kind of late to the party on, but I'm glad I got this and added it to my collection. And it is not a groundbreaking fragrance. And this here is Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana. This is a candied lemon, vanilla, panna cotta, orange blossom, and then it also has rum in here. It smells so good. It reminds me of vanilla custard. The dry down is my favorite, and it's just fun and delicious. Again, this here is Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana. This next fragrance is from one of my favorite houses, and it was actually one of my subscribers who recommended this fragrance for me. And once I got it and I smelled it, I was in love. I love tea scents, and this here is Winter Palace by Memo Paris. And this is just an aromatic green scent with tea. It also has notes of vanilla and citruses, and this is just so pretty on me. I get wafts of it when I'm walking or moving, and I can actually smell it when I leave a room and then come back into that space. It's bright, it's airy. I'm so thankful for this recommendation. It has now become one of my top fall fragrances. This is Winter Palace by Memo Paris. Another fragrance from Memo Paris is something that I actually don't hear too much about, but this here was a love for me at first sniff, and this here is Flam by Memo Paris. It's bright. This is a cozy, warm vanilla scent, balanced with a touch of florals and amber. To me, the dominant floral in here is jasmine. I do think you have to love jasmine to enjoy this, but it's just so airy. It's blended so well. Again, that is Flam by Memo Paris. This next fragrance was created to blend so naturally with your skin, and I am a fangirl for Sonia Constant. I don't think there's anything she's created that I don't like. And I'm also a fan of Narciso Rodriguez. And this here is for her Musc Nude. And this here is just a beautiful white musk. It has some beautiful florals, pink pepper, orange blossom, damask rose, tonka bean, as well as cedarwood. This to me is second skin. I love this fragrance, especially coming right out of the shower. This could easily be my signature scent if I didn't have so many fragrances. I love this fragrance. For Her Musc Nude by Narciso Rodriguez. The next fragrance just reminds me of the papers in an old book, and I am here for it. That is LB A Cœur Perdu by Dolce. This is becoming a fragrance house that I'm falling in love with, and it's just a beautiful musky fragrance with a touch of orange blossom. It's very refreshing. I love wearing this to work out or go to a gym. It's quiet, but it will be noticeable for you. Again, that is LB A Cœur Perdu by Dolce. This next fragrance, I actually missed out when it was first launched, and I had to sit and wait for it to come back. And when I did, it was better late than never. This fragrance here is actually the Wedding Silk Santal by Kayali. This is my first Kayali scent, and actually when it relaunched, one of my subscribers, she continued to remind me about the relaunch, and then the day of, she also sent me another reminder, so shout out to her. And I just think that this is a beautiful wedding fragrance. If you are a bride, you're an attendee at a wedding, it just fits the name so well. It has black currant, nectarine, vanilla, sugar, and sandalwood. The notes in here are so lovely together, and it's just a beautiful scent. This here is the Wedding Silk Santal by Kayali. This next fragrance, if there was an award, it would go to the best bottle. This bottle is so sexy to me. It is beautiful. I love the color and I love the shape. And this here is Baciami by Bvlgari. It has notes of gardenia, vanilla, and amber. and it is so worth the hype. It's absolutely addictive. When I'm wearing this, I just continue to smell my wrist. My first impression of it was that it was too sweet, and as it got to warm up on my skin, I thought this was the most beautiful gardenia fragrance that I had ever laid my nose on. This is so worth it. I can smell this over and over and over again. I love this. Again, that is Baciami by Bvlgari. I love Atelier Des Ors, and when this next fragrance came out, it is so reminiscent of being girly, and that is Atelier Des Ors Pink Me Up. Beautiful gold flakes in their signature bottles. This is a fruity floral scent to die for. It is beautiful for spring. It has bergamot, orange blossom. I also smell black currant in here, and I love rose, musk, iris, and then it has a note of champagne. This is just so bubbly and just reminiscent of blackberry soda, the bubbles and the fizz coming from the carbonation, and it's just a light, playful fragrance to wear in the spring and summer. Pink Me Up by Atelier Des Ors. This next fragrance was a release in 2024, and it just reminds me of the color of the bottle. This here is Love Delight by Amouage, and it's just a fruity gourmand fragrance. It has the beautiful note of ginger, mandarin orange, rum, cacao, vanilla, rose, and jasmine. This fragrance is a beauty. I love this. I don't have anything like this fragrance, and it's so unique and it stands out to me. I get over 8+ hours with this on my skin, and it's just a great fragrance, and I love the ginger that's in here. Love Delight by Amouage. This next fragrance was created by Quentin Biche, and it was also a release in 2024, and this here is Tilia by Marc-Antoine Barrois. And I love the linden note in here. It's a beautiful floral woody fragrance. Both men and women can wear this. It has that linden blossom, jasmine, vanilla, heliotrope, as well as vetiver. This fragrance is so beautiful, and if you think it's gorgeous out of the bottle, it is even better when worn on skin. This fragrance is just gorgeous. It also has impressive performance. It's just beautifully blended. This is another masterpiece created by Quentin Biche. Again, that is Tilia by Marc-Antoine Barrois. This next fragrance is a house that I am also falling in love with. Is Bois de Santal by House of Brandt. It's an oriental woody fragrance, and I love this because of the sandalwood that's in here. It's a sandalwood that has orris and violet, vanilla, cashmere wood, and olibanum. It is just a subtle, soft, and velvety fragrance in my opinion. I get great performance with this fragrance. I just think that this is quiet luxury in a bottle. If you want to get yourself something very luxurious, I think you can't go wrong with this fragrance here. And I also think that their bottles are so pretty. Again, this is Bois de Santal by House of Brandt. Next fragrance has been my #1 freshie. I love this fragrance, and it has made me want to explore more from this house, and this is Parade by Celine. This here is just a fresh and invigorating freshie, and it's not your typical freshie that you think of with a whole lot of citruses and mint or eucalyptus. You don't get that. You do get the slight citrus, you get an aromatic woodiness, you get also the beautiful white florals as well as the freshness. And this right here is just a modern take on a fresh, invigorating fragrance. It has neroli, musk, vetiver, as well as oak moss. You just get a touch of smokiness from the vetiver, and it has a mild sweetness, not too sweet. It is very comforting. Parade is a perfect summer signature that anyone could wear, male or female. This is my #1 freshie. This next fragrance just makes me want to go on holiday, and that is Narco Oasis by Narcotica. This here is just a passion fruit bomb. It has passion fruit, black currant, vanilla, tonka bean, jasmine, and iris. Then in the base you get that beautiful vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. I love this fragrance. It just reminds me of being on a beach and I have a fruity cocktail with an umbrella coming out of the drink, and that's what this fragrance reminds me of. It stays on you all day and it just makes you want to take a bite out of yourself. It's just that mouth-watering with that photorealistic note of passion fruit. I love this. That is Narco Oasis by Narcotica. This next fragrance was also created by one of my favorite perfumers, and that is Natalie Larson. And I've said this before, this fragrance is just so angelic. If heaven had a scent, it would be this fragrance here. And that is Iris de Syracuse by Bvlgari. It's a beautiful floral woody musk. It can be worn by men and women. It has pear, pepper, mandarin orange, vanilla, iris, heliotrope, as well as some patchouli, and the patchouli is very light in here. It's soft. It's one of those intimate fragrances. Others can smell you, but they really have to come into your scent bubble. It is great for the office. It's one of those fragrances that I don't know anyone who would be offended by this fragrance. And it's just an elegant purple floral gem. This is perfect for lovers of purple florals. This here is worth getting your nose on. Again, this is Iris de Syracuse by Bvlgari. The next two fragrances are from a house that I am falling deeply in love with, and that is House of Bois, and I have Casablanca, which is a new release for this year. It has mineral notes, white tea, labdanum, fig, a beautiful white suede, as well as tobacco. It has oud listed as one of the notes. I don't smell oud in here. What I do smell are those creamy mineral notes, as well as the fig and the white suede. This is the best fig scent that I have laid my nose on this year. It is just a gorgeous fragrance. The perfumer is the same perfumer that did Le Labo's Noir 29, and those two fragrances are very similar. So if you're familiar with Le Labo 29, then you'll get hints of Casablanca by Bois. I do think that you can wear this any time of the season, but right now in the cooler weather, this fragrance is shining. Again, that is Casablanca by House of Bois. This next fragrance from House of Bois is something that I think is also very easy to wear and is a true go-to for when you just can't think of anything to wear. And this here is the Spiritueuse by House of Bois. Has sage notes, vintage leather smell to me, as well as tobacco. And then it also has these floral musk notes in here. This fragrance just reminds me of a symphony, of how well all of these notes just play so well together. It's just a beautiful woody, powdery fragrance to me. I think that if you are a fan of fresh, woody, clean scents, then you would absolutely love this fragrance. Spiritueuse by House of Bois. This next fragrance has been an all-time favorite musk for me, and this here is Musc Palace by Javoy Paris, and this has ambre, bergamot, it has iris, peach, musk, and tonka bean. This fragrance here has just been my #1 musk fragrance that I keep reaching for. It's a creamy musk. It is just a really pretty fragrance. It's almost like a face cream in a bottle. That's what it reminds me of. I don't know if you've noticed the theme in some of the fragrances that I've been wearing, but I have been going more toward a fresh, woody, musky fragrance that is soft. And don't get me wrong, I love my beast mode fragrances, but I think that it's a time and a place for those. This type of fragrance has been my MO lately. It is just so calming and relaxing for me. I just think that fragrances like this has just been more on the rise, and I hope to see more of these type of fragrances for 2025. I highly recommend Musc Palace, and this can be worn by men and women. It's just a simple, nice musk to wear. Again, that's Musc Palace by Javoy Paris. Alright guys, that wraps up my top 20 new additions to my fragrance collection. And at first I thought I could do 10, and I just knew that I couldn't. So I hope 20 wasn't too much for you. But let me know in the comments what have been some new additions that you've added to your fragrance collections as well. Thanks again for joining, and if you haven't already subscribed, go on and subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so each and every time that I upload a video, you'll be notified. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.